Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. Here's the first part on a road to recovery.
My name is Andrew Sullivan. I'm a redshirt junior, and my hometown is Monroe Township, New Jersey. My parents were always big baseball fans when I grew up, so baseball was really a tradition in my family, and I just wanted to keep it going. And ever since I was a little kid, I was always bigger than everybody, so I was always really good at it. So I just kept going with it as I grew up, and ended up being a big part of my life. Growing up, I played township recreation baseball through elementary school, which was good, through the township. And as I got older, I played through middle school, which we had a middle school team, which our team actually went undefeated. It was the first team in the middle school to go undefeated that year. And growing up through high school, I played varsity as a freshman in my high school. We weren't the best, but I played varsity as a freshman and all the way up. My senior year, I actually ended up breaking my hand and didn't play my senior year, so it was a pretty big disappointment for me. Breaking my hand in high school was pretty difficult for me because coming out of high school, I was a pretty highly recruited player, and I had a bunch of offers from a couple big D1 schools going into my senior year. But unfortunately, as soon as I broke my hand the first game, they kind of went away, and all the offers kind of disappeared, which is, I mean, it's kind of how it goes in baseball, but it just, it led me down to go to junior college, which was probably one of the best decisions I made in my life. The coach I had in my junior college was probably the most influential person on me in my life, and it ended up being the best thing for me. I learned probably a lot more than I would have learned going to any other school from the guys that I met in junior college, and I'm grateful for that. Going to junior college was a great experience for me because the junior college I went to had a really good tradition of being in the World Series for Division III junior college, which I personally got to experience twice. And we made it to the national title game one year, but unfortunately we ended up winning. The next year we got back and didn't get into the national title game. We made it all the way to the semis and lost, which was a big disappointment because we had 56 wins on the season, which was a national record and a school record, and we ended up falling short. Throughout playing junior college, we went down for the beginning of our season. We always went down south because up in New Jersey, it's obviously too cold to play in February and March. So we usually came down into North Carolina and went down into Georgia, and that's how I got into talks with UNCP. They came out and saw a couple games that I threw in junior college down here in North Carolina, and they liked what they saw. And I liked the facilities and everything that came here, that was here, so I ended up coming down here. And it was just a big disappointment because first week I got down here, I got out on the field, and I ended up tearing my Tommy John, which ended up sidelining me now for over a year. What Tommy John surgery is I tore a ligament in my right elbow that required reconstructive surgery where they had to go in actually into my knee and take part of a tendon out of my knee and put it into my elbow. They had to drill 2 holes into the bones that are in my elbow and feed it through. The rehab for it is scheduled to be 12 months, which is pretty difficult for a pitcher because sitting out 12 months not doing anything could cause a lot of other problems. So that was definitely a tough part for me. Surgery was pretty tough. I had to wake up around 5 in the morning and get all the way into Charlotte. I had the surgery down here, and I'm lucky enough to have two pretty good parents and loving parents that flew all the way down here when I had the surgery and came with me and drove me down there. They drove me to Charlotte to have the surgery. And first thing when I showed up in the hospital, they brought me in and they just drew all over my arm, drew a bunch of huge lines where they were going to cut and everything, and kind of scared me a little bit. And they told me that they were taking it out of my knee, which I originally thought they were going to take it out of my hand, another part of my hand. So it kind of scared me on that end too.
We'll be right back.
The University of North Carolina at Pembroke was founded in 1887 by American Indians to provide education to the local community to ensure a pathway to success. Today, we are part of the world-renowned University of North Carolina system, but the spirit of our founding still guides us. Our strong academics are exemplified by standout programs in education, athletic training, business, and nursing, and by students working with professors on groundbreaking research. Explore the brave spirit today.